This is the application problem for Module 1, Lesson 8. The problem says organic whole wheat flour sells in bags weighing 2 and 915 thousandths of a kilogram. How much flour is this rounded to the nearest tenth? How much flour is this rounded to the nearest one? What's the difference of the two answers? Use the place value chart to explain your thinking. So there's three different numbers, three different answers that it's looking for. In a word problem, the first thing you want to do is identify the important parts. So that would be this number is important, and then the questions. Rounding to the rounding to the nearest tenth, and rounding to the nearest one, and then finally, what's the difference? So there's three answers I'm going to be looking for in this. So in order to do the rounding, we're going to use a place value chart, which I have placed my numbers in there. 2.915, same as it is written right here, and I'm going to first round to the nearest tenth. So when I do that, I'm going to be pushing my numbers over into the tenths column, so my 2 slides over, so now I have 2.9 is the same thing as 29 tenths. That's my low number, so what I'm going to do is put my low number on my place value, on my number line, and then my high number is going to be just one more than 29, and one more than 29 would be 30. Then I have to find my midpoint. So what's halfway between 29 and 30? 29.5. So now I'm going to go back to my number and look at it again. 2915, 2915. So where would 291 be? Would it be closer to the 30 in this area or somewhere over here? Hopefully you've identified that 291 would be somewhere around here. And so when I round this number, it's going to be closer to 29 tenths, because that's the number I'm rounding to, is tenths. So when I write 29 tenths as a whole number, 29 tenths becomes 2.9. That's 29 tenths. Okay. For the next one, and my nearest one, I can just leave my place value chart as it is. In my ones column, I don't have any numbers in front of that, so what's my number there? 2. So on my vertical number line, my low number is going to be 2, and my high number is going to be 1 more than that. So 1 more than 2 is 3, and then I just need to find my midpoint. So halfway between 2 and 3 is 2.5. Now let's go back to our original number, 2915, 2915. So where would 29 be? Somewhere right around here. So this time I'm rounding up to my 3. So when I'm working on the difference, my last part here, the difference means subtract, so I'm taking 3, that's when I rounded to the ones, and 2.9, 2 and 9 tenths when I rounded to the tenths, and I'm finding the difference. So I'm going to subtract just like the normal standard algorithm. So I have 0, and I need to take away 9, and we all know that you can't take 9 away from nothing, so I'm going to have to borrow. That becomes a 2, and my 1 carries over and makes this a 10. 10 minus 9 is 1. 2 minus 2 is nothing. And you can't just ignore this decimal. You have to account for it. It's the first place value over, so I'm just going to stick it right there. So the difference is 1/10. That is the application problem. Hopefully you understand how to do it.